Hello, hello. Okay, so I am going to be making a new city. I'm gonna go AP Human City Project number 2. Okay. I don't think we're gonna need a large area, but I guess I will we'll make it large enough. So let's get into this. This is gonna be fun. I messed around a little bit yesterday to get a feel for how the game works. Uh, so I am excited to see how this goes. So on the rubric here, we need roads, and then we just have to make our city. So what I'm gonna try to do here is complete some of the requirements by just building a really simple city. We need a hydro plant, which would be nice. Must be touching land. That's okay. Then we need water and power. So what we're gonna do for that is, for now, I'm gonna get a water tower. I'm gonna put it next to City Hall, and I'm going to get a sewage lagoon. I'm gonna put that. Probably shouldn't put that near water. I'll put that over here. Now, what this game does is you have to have a majority of your items connected to roads. So, it's unfortunate, but should be able to manage. And then I'm gonna add some windmills on the coast just to generate some more power. It says it's using money, but it's not. To my knowledge, it's not, because I have infinite money. And we are going for sustainability, so I think I am going to put a solar panel farm. And that should be all for now. We're looking here. I'm going to demolish City Hall just for now. And I'm going to go to services. Where is it? Yeah, I'm gonna oh yeah, unique town hall. Okay. Now, I think I want to make it like here. I'm gonna add a road going off of it, and then I'm going to add some things that we need into this project. So, a river and physical features. We have forest around. I'm gonna add a mountain. Let's see. Oh yeah, nature. Mountain. I think I'm gonna put that off to the side. And I'm going to add a boardwalk for some tourist attraction. Just a really simple kind of city design, which will hopefully boost tourism. I guess we should probably get some jobs, so I'm gonna go to unique, and then I'm gonna get residential skyscraper. So, oh yeah, right now I'm building the central business district. So this is gonna be the main industrial part, and then over here is gonna be the CBD. I'm gonna go for a couple of skyscrapers around town hall, and then a retail skyscraper here and there. I think I'm gonna designate a zone for commerce. I think commerce is good for the CBD. There you go. That can be the central business district, this whole area. So now we need more roads to cut through. Yeah. So these symbols mean that it either has no road access or it has no water or no electricity. And I want my city to not be impoverished. So I'm gonna go ahead and add some roads and build more infrastructure. What I'm really trying to do here is make a sustainable city, but not really sure how, because I have the basics down. Like, this is a CBD. I'm gonna add housing for people to move and immigrate, but not doing much else as of now. Let's upgrade some of these. I think I'm gonna make suburbs around here, maybe bordering these lakes, just to get the city vibe. News station for better information. Obviously, we're gonna need a fire department and a police station, and then a hospital, and probably like parliament for newspapers. Just a lot. Right now, we're getting the really basic structure of a city down, and then waste incineration is probably good. I think I'm gonna model this after the I guess probably Virginia Beach, just because it works as a city. And then police station, can't go there. We're gonna go right here. So they're within reach. Gonna upgrade these to be more efficient. I think we go up to level 4. The waste incinerator needs to be on actually I'm gonna move that. So right now we're getting the really basic layout for a central business district. Community healthcare is probably a necessity, so we're gonna put that. Believe we have a hospital already. News station, we don't. So hospital, and we want to put it somewhere in Central City, around Town Hall. So I think that should be good. So right now we have the city center, or Town Hall. We have a hospital, a fire department, a news station, a police station, and then residential and commercial skyscrapers. So once we have all of this, I'm going to add our industrial zones. And what this means is this is going to be the place where we have all of our resources being mined and produced. We're going to have like cargo ships coming in and out on the river right here, and we're really going to make this that's unfortunate. What is this? A functioning city. Gonna get rid of some of these stragglers right here. So right now I'm thinking that we put some, oh, that's a shame. It's okay. Just gonna go here. So may have just deleted my entire city. But that's fine. Hopefully it works. Yeah, okay. So everything's back up until it disappeared. Now we're making our industrial zones. We're gonna go here, add a bridge that comes through, then add roadways to complete it, and think out of the industrial zone. I'm gonna add a highway, and this highway is going to go to a separate city that I'm going to make later down the road. But for now, we should be good to start putting necessities like farms. Oh, let's see. If we go to recreational, we should be able to put parks as well. That's nice. I'm not 100% sure. I don't think there would be a park in the CBD, but just in case, I'll put a park there. Check some of these boxes. And what we're gonna aim to do now is go and fill it in. So if we go to power, we can probably put a power plant here. Or actually, I'm gonna go with fusion power just because I want to be bougie, and it's a necessity. And farmland, you have to put this on soil. So what I'm gonna do is branch out over here, and I'm just gonna make a plot of farmland for our agricultural needs. And what this will enable us to do is get food for our residents and be able to put down greenhouses and find whatever else we need. So that's a relatively good plot of land. I'm gonna put a couple of farms, and I'm gonna put animal pastures next to them because in this game they have to be next to each other, but also put that in the forest. It gives us more biodiversity and variety when we're eating foods, and it's significantly more accessible than importation. That's how you say it. Okay, let's get a lumber mill. Fishing docks, we can go off the coast right here. Ore mine, I'm not sure there are any ore deposits. Right here is the closest ore deposit, which is unfortunate, but I think we'll manage. That means we're gonna have to put a water tower nearby and another way to generate power because it's off-grid. But typically speaking, mines are off-grid, so it shouldn't be too bad. No hospital available. That means someone in the city is injured. So I'm gonna go here, and I'm gonna add another hospital. I'm gonna put it off the edge of the industrial zone just because it is an industrial zone, which means higher risk of injury. So just to avoid all that, I'm gonna put a hospital there. Gotta connect this road right there. And now I'm going to connect these. So once you really get the gist of this game, it's pretty easy to understand, but just to drive the point that this isn't a total waste of time, it does show aspects of real cities, and you just have to be on the road, right? Yeah. And what was I saying? I'm not sure. Shipping docks are gonna be useful. Gonna put that there off of our little bridge there. So looking back at some of the requirements for this this project, we need one river right there, then 2 other physical features, the mountain, and then this forest for the lumber mill. Community gardens. Wait. Farmers market, comprehensive grocery store. So infrastructure is bad. I'm gonna put community works building. Public works. That should go in industry. Recycling center comes into play. Carbon capture plant can also go. HIC home improvement center probably goes. That would maybe. Let's see. Home improvement, fire department, landfills. Landfills typically do come into play when working with industry. I think we're gonna start our first large project because they take a very long time. So we need an airport first of all, but I'm gonna place a mall in commercial. Because people don't like traveling, and there are many people.
Hello.
Greetings.
So we're gonna put all these to the max
Yay!
for
Yay!
efficiency. And other than that, it doesn't really do anything. And then I think over here we are going to branch off past the mall and start setting up our suburbs or our residential zone. And that's just gonna be all of this. There you go. So now that I'm making these buildings, I can make a mega stadium. I'm just gonna put that. Then again, I'm not sure. I guess this is gonna be a mining town. Actually, yeah, this is gonna be a mining town. Mining fishing village is an interesting concept. Okay, let's make the roads. Just make that road going nowhere for now. Okay, and then let's branch these out just to cover all of our bases. That should be able to light most of the city up. That's okay. This is a very interesting design. You know, I probably wouldn't expect to see some of these choices in an actual city, but traffic here is awful, so maybe that can kind of allude to Virginia Beach as a whole. Waste disposal, yeah, that's unfortunate. So, I'm going to add, where is it? It's like a pond, sewage lagoons, and I'm gonna put them throughout the city, just to, actually, no, I'm gonna make this the low class area, so I'm not gonna do that. There's gonna be low traffic control. The housing is gonna have poor plumbing. I will add community garden just to show that they're unable to get their groceries from normal places like grocery stores. Where is it? Animal pasture, community garden. There we go. I'm gonna add a couple of those next to community center. That's fair. I'm actually not sure. Community health center, maybe? Community center. I'm not 100% sure where it is. Oh, I'm definitely gonna need these. I'm gonna put this near the lumber mill. Okay, there we go. This city is now becoming very poor very quickly. Hopefully this doesn't bleed into the good areas. Oh, it does. Okay, I can get sewage away from here and put it over there. Well, no, I guess not move it, but maybe I don't want to drain the sewage into into the ocean, but oh well. Happens all the time. Okay. I don't know how to make it like, I guess I can just give no power. Oh yeah, back to community center. Not gonna be in recreation. Maybe it is just community health center. Let's see. I'm sure you've seen it and you're gonna be thoroughly displeased that I don't see it. Yeah, that's not it. That's very odd. Education, maybe? Oh yeah, so probably not in that box. So here's where we're getting all the schools. We're gonna get the museum and the library from here, and the place of worship, which is very, very nice. And then in the CBD, I'm going to add higher opportunities of education, so people want to move into the inner city. Commercial. Let's just make it all of this. Go. We're gonna build around that mountain. Allude, that's what it's called. And let's see. Just to extend these roads out everywhere. Okay. Oh no. So hopefully when I upgrade these, actually let's just go ahead and everything outside of here. So what upgrading does is just more money, which is nice, but that's not exactly what this game is for right now. Our mall is coming into place. It's bordering the residential area. Now let's try to find this community center. Hotel. That's gonna be fun. I definitely do need these. Because there are a very large amount of hotels in Virginia Beach. Which is kind of odd, but then again, people do need places to live. It is a tourist town. I don't like how it doesn't rotate. It's very displeasing. So now that we have a couple of hotels around, that should be good. I'm gonna add another hospital and police center over here. Or police center, fire department, police station. That's what it is. And then all around just necessities people need to kind of formulate a central business district. Here, I don't know that we need another recycling center, so I'm not going to add one right now. Farms are looking good. I'm going to make more. I know I am jumping from place to place right now, and I definitely will find that community health center, but just time. Yeah. I'm gonna add another shipping dock eventually, and I think I'm gonna save this other half and make it more industry. So, what I really like about this game is no two cities are gonna be the same. No matter how you play it or what you do, they're always gonna look different, which I think is really cool. Oh yeah, roads are important. I think this game has definitely made me realize how important infrastructure is, just because, like, it costs a significant amount of money, and it is very tedious to go around finding the best places to put roads for people without wasting money. So it's a very good way to find it. So here we have the CBD. Is that a cop? Huh. We have the Central Business District. We have our low-class residential. It's around the mining town. It has power outages, little running water. Sometimes there's no electricity. There's failing infrastructure. And then over here in the CBD, I'm gonna add some more skyscrapers just to kind of show And I'm gonna change this style. It's because they're usually not the same. And I think that's very interesting. It's probably good. Residential style. This one, yeah. Okay, let's see. Let's get some more retail over here, because at the end of the day, it is mainly for business, but people need to live where they work. So, I think we go a 1-to-1 ratio, right? Yeah. Now we're gonna get entertainment, so we really don't want the stadium near the low-class residential because it can be a hazard sometimes. Now I think we're gonna go higher class. We're gonna add a canal just off the normal. Actually, no. I'm gonna add our high and middle class areas right here, away from the industrial area, but not close to the CBD. I'm gonna do this by, again, zoning residential, and just, this is, in this city, it makes up a relatively large majority of our infrastructure. I'm gonna put our stadium here.
Hello.
Greetings.
Again, we
Yay!
can go all the way
Yay!
to the max.
Yay!
Yay!
And what's interesting about this game is you can actually go into the city and, like, say I want to talk to this guy. I can. I'm not going to, but oh no. But I can. That is a random, unfortunate event that occurs when you don't care about your people. No, I like my town. Okay, it's okay. We're just gonna fix it, and it'll all be fine. Yeah, it is unpleasant, but nothing we cannot fix. Should be able to fix it. Yeah, there they are. Oh yeah, that's awesome. Oh, he's fine. Wow, it really is spreading. Shouldn't be an issue. Okay, we're gonna go through here. And this is where you see typical neighborhood designs. We have fire extinguished. I'm just gonna go a grid pattern, because that's what I found to be the easiest. But there definitely are better ways to go about this. Invalid play. Oh. I guess it did interrupt. But it shouldn't be too big of a problem. I can just go around the mountain. There we go. How much of the city did that light up? You need water. You need road access. You need road access and water. And then all of you need water. Again, that's not an issue because we have infinite money. And that means infinite well-being for the residents of this town. That should be able to get water to everyone. I'm gonna put another water tower on this side of town just to guarantee that they have a nice time. That should, I guess you still need road access. Wow. That one guy is gonna get tons of road access. So here I'm gonna put, wow, it's a very interesting concept. I guess it does resemble neighborhoods. They just cut off and then go into cul-de-sacs. Now this is where I want the wealthy to live and the slightly more fortunate to live, just to symbolize the disparities between the groups of people. Sewage outbreak, which is very bad. I want to put that near the water tower. Let's go on the outskirts of town. I guess I can actually... I'm just gonna put a couple of sewage centers around that will hopefully help to manage that. Yeah. This is almost done. So this is our mall. I'm gonna add another commercial zone right here. Oh, okay, never mind. Right here. And right here. I think the city is definitely coming together, and there are a lot of improvements to make. I want this to be a city center. I don't know. I am going to pause this recording and feed my cat. Oh, I can't pause it. I'm just gonna cut this out. If I don't and forget to cut it out, just know I'm feeding my cat. Hopefully my city's still here. Okay. Oh, it's finished. This is our mega mall. And that completes the mall requirement. I hear... Oh, I wonder where they're going. Oh. Okay. Now I'm gonna fill some of this in with greenery, just to give the lumber yard some more wood to work with. It's gonna border the higher to middle class residential area because it typically there's wildlife on highways, some like bordering highways, if that makes any sense. I'm just gonna do that. There. So I'm gonna upgrade this area actually, because oh, there's a fire. What residential zone is that? Where? Not. They're gonna deal with it. I'm gonna demolish any impurities, and we should be good to go. Now, oh, I found it. Definitely adding a police station and a fire department. And in the CBD, when I get to it, I'm going to put a bus stop and maybe a train system if I get to it. I'm just gonna put everything in here. I might as well. Yeah. While they fix that, I'm gonna put the bus station right here. Recreation traffic bus depot. So let's kind of see how our work is doing. Wow. Yeah, there's not much to do here. Definitely going to fix that. Some of these opportunities are going to be skewed because we're technically, this is one big city, but like I said, we have low class, we have higher class, we have an industrial area and a central business district, so it's really not all going to be it's not all going to be awesome, but we will manage. And yeah, let's see if we're making any money. That's awesome. Gonna add some skyscrapers over here, and then I'm gonna kind of transition from I'm gonna transition from commercial to residential, and this is again is low class residential, so we're not gonna have much over here. We are gonna have a school. I'll add a school because no matter where you are, typically you do have a school. But they're not gonna get many. They're gonna have... Do I even want a college there? Because it is a low class area. I think the higher class area is gonna have a college. So we can hold off on adding a college there. Oh, someone's not having a fun time. College and the university are gonna be right near one another. Just down the street. So now education should be higher. I'm gonna add a couple of elementary schools and high schools around here. And I'm not sure if I should add another college. Just because we really don't need that many. I'm gonna add a library here. And then thinking here we're gonna get a couple of these factories and towers. Robotics factory is interesting. Really, these should go in the industrial area, but I think they should go in commercial because it represents the development or the level of development here. Okay, so we have a museum and then space center. Huh. We are at the STEM Academy, we might as well go to space. I'm gonna add a sewage plant because this is getting a tad bit unfortunate. Water treatment plant. I'm gonna put water treatment near... Oh, must be placed next to water. Well, I guess I'm putting it right here. Does it have to be on a road as well? but I'm just gonna go off the assumption that it does, and then I'm gonna upgrade these because it is getting a tad bit annoying dealing with shortage and health outbreak. Okay. That should deal with the immediate crisis. Now, I'm gonna check the rubric. I definitely, actually, before I do that, I'm gonna add the places of worship, and I'm gonna expand the industrial zone a little bit. Let's go like that. And of course, we need the roads. I'm gonna say that's not covered. Oh, there's a fire. This area is almost done, so now I'm gonna add places of worship. We're actually gonna have them in each area, just because typically low class residential areas still do worship someone. So let's go here. Nope. Education. Place of worship. Let's go here. And what I can do for this to represent different places of worship is actually make it a different style. Let's go to style. Go 3. Just to give it some variety and meet the requirement. And then here, I think I'm gonna put 2 around here. And then 3 in the CBD. 2 in the CBD. Is that a fire? Nope. Place of worship. Gonna change this one. I will sue the city. Guess I should probably repair any failing infrastructure. Okay, let's get another one here. There we go. So now people have worship. I'm gonna upgrade the industry a little bit. And over here, I'm gonna add a couple of necessities. We're gonna go more landfills, more waste incinerators. Another recycling, more carbon capture. Just all around focusing on sustainability of the city over anything. Now I'm actually gonna put our solar farm back. Nope, not solar. This one. And we're going to make this very large. Just to really focus on sustainability. So now that that's done, I'm going to check back on the requirements. So we have tourist capacity reached. Need to add airports and hotels. Oh yeah, I also need traffic lights. I guess the requirements can wait because this is a necessity. while I'm doing this, I think, let's see. So attraction is up, employment is up, education is at 100, which is nice. Crime is relatively up. So most things are pretty good in the city. Need more police stations, more fire departments. Wow. Parking garages, that's probably smart. Airport, here we go. We're gonna make the airport right. Is that a police station? No, yeah, none of these are important. So yeah, we're gonna put the airport right here. No, we're not. We're gonna put the airport right here. No, we're... What? Is it in the water? Invalid placement, I wonder why. That? Oh, is it because it's on a road? Oh well. Instead, we're gonna put the airport right here. Can make all of this residential or commercial. There we go. Now our airport is functional. Still need more traffic lights and bus stops. So I can place at a non-intersection. Just put it right there. Right there is good. That's a very poor place for a bus stop. Where's the bus depot? Right here. Let's see if traffic has gotten any better. Definitely need parking garages. Let's residential. Huh. What was that in the parking garage? Should be up now. Yeah. Reducing traffic density is very good in this city. So, okay, now I'm gonna check the requirements. We have our one river, our physical features being mountains and forests for lumber work. We have one central business district right here. We have farmers markets and comprehensive grocery stores. So what I'm doing for the... Actually, never mind. We don't have that yet. I completely forgot about that. We need the community garden. And I know it's not technically a grocery store, but this game doesn't really have that. And the closest thing I can get to it is a community garden. But they do have events like farmers market. So I can do a farmers market. If I can find the community center. It has to be in services. I don't know. Home improvement, recreation. There we go. 20 grand for this community. And then let's go ahead and put our garden down. Our gardens. I'm gonna put 2. And then I'm gonna add another community center in the lower class area to build community gardens, because they definitely have those. I'm also gonna put parks around different areas in a couple of minutes. So let's see the parks. I think we're gonna go small park here, and then larger park in the higher class area. Right there should be fine. And then I'm gonna add basketball courts over here, right by this park. Never mind, I'm gonna put it on this guy's house. Nope, it has to be near the community center. So, yeah, right here. Just to boost entertainment a little bit, I'm also gonna add a movie theater in the CBD. All of this isn't really necessary, or I'd say it's not necessarily needed. Oh, it has to be on water. That should be reached by the road, but just in case, I'm gonna extend it. Now we're really getting into it. Okay, back to the rubric, we can see that multifamily dwellings, residential skyscrapers, here. Oh, that's retail, sorry. Here. And here. Stores, shopping centers, malls. We have our mega mall right here. Then for our primary schools, private primary school right here, or I'm assuming primary is elementary, and here is our public establishment. Then for banks, I think there was one bank. I'm gonna add more banks. Bank is unique, right? Because I know it's free. Just gotta find it. I guess it should be in services, but guess not. Oh, financial. Let's get a bank for the rich people. They're gonna get 2 banks. Yeah, they're gonna get 2 banks. And then I'm gonna put the regional management center. That's a castle. I'm gonna put it in the CBD. Just for our regional banking. Gonna put a bank there. And do I put a bank here? Might as well. There we go. There we go. So we have banks crossed off. Then restaurants. So in this game, they don't actually have any restaurants to my knowledge. Like, I'm not really sure. There is a chance they have it, and I'll definitely look around. But as of now, they do not have a restaurant. Let's see. Yeah, they do not have a restaurant. Because education, traffic, hover car factory. That's pretty interesting. Yeah, definitely do not have any restaurants. But they do have farms, and that is probably the closest we can get to restaurants in this game. Of course, there are going to be restaurants throughout here. Like, They sell food there. Pizza, that's a restaurant. Fish burgers. So there are restaurants throughout the city. It's just I can't place any restaurants. And I'm gonna repair everything. Let's see. After restaurants, courthouse, jail, fire station, police station. We have many fire stations. We have many police stations. I'm not sure that there is a courthouse, but they have parliament, which is not really the same, but that's the closest we can get. I mean, there is a jail in here, so I guess that counts. City Hall. Here we go. Town Hall, the original building. It's in the CBD. So right there. The post office, again, probably go through Town Hall. If not, believe it could go through Parliament. So 50-50 on that. Public transport, we have the busing system. Let's see, bus depot right here. And then we have the bus stops throughout the city to kind of help with that. Then our highway interstate system. This is probably the highway because it connects all of the cities, or parts of the city anyway. So I'd reckon this long strip right here is our interstate system. 2 to 3 bridges. 1, 2, 3. Museum somewhere in here. I'm not actually sure what a museum looks like. It looks like that. It is in here. I remember placing it. Yeah, here you go. Here's our museum. Hospitals. We have plenty of hospitals here. Here. There's a couple throughout here. Somewhere. Theater. I actually need to place that. So if we go to recreation, small movie theater, and I think we just put it like here, right next to the library. That's fitting. Oh, it's summer now. Let's see. So 3 places of worship. Consider the different religions. We have done that by, where are they? One here. There should be 2 somewhere throughout here. The city does get cluttered after a while. I guess it kind of, what is that? Kind of alludes to the modern day. Why don't they have any back of it? Oh yeah, place to worship. I'll find it. Over here should be 2. 1 on this side. Here we go. That's 1. And then the second one here. Change the style just so there's 1 in each. I know there are a couple in here, but like I said, it's very difficult to see over all of the different stuff. 3 to 4 cemeteries. This might be reaching, but waste incinerator is like a crematorium, and that could represent a cemetery. This game doesn't have those, so it's the waste incinerator, maybe like soil to represent a graveyard, So I guess there. But there's not much I can do about that. City parks or green space. We have, I think there was a large park here. But in here, there is basketball courts. I like vividly remember placing parks. Okay. It's okay. We can just place more. There you go. So there's, I don't really like a large park in here. I'm gonna actually demolish that. And instead I'm gonna put a small park. There. And I'm going to add a large park over here. Oh, there it is. Might as well add another one. They definitely have the money. So we have the parks, then a library right next to the movie theater, which is right here. Here's our library. Entertainment spaces, stadium, that's right here. Wonder who's playing right now. They don't have any goals. I think they're just running. And then finally our airport, which right here. So as you can see, this city has our central business district, and then our low-class housing with failing infrastructure. It's near hazardous zones. It has power outages, sometimes no running water. Over here we have our industrial zone. It has our farms, our shipping ports, our factories, our power sources, our waste incineration. Over here we have higher class or high and mid class area, residential areas. Over here is more middle class. It doesn't have all of the aspects of higher class. Versus here, where you can see it has like the community gardens, it has a college, it has more fire departments, more access to schooling, a movie theater, a library, museums. That's really higher class. You can kind of tell this is CBD. It has the skyscrapers, the high density of people, and that's kind of it for my city. You know, the only two things I'm kind of iffy about are the cemeteries and the grocery stores, and then the restaurants. But what I can do for a farmer's market, which gets one of them, is farmer's market. I can place that anywhere I want. So the lower class people are gonna have a farmer's market because I feel bad for them. There we go. We now have our active farmer's market, which is pretty nice. It's near the place of worship. It's kind of close to our mining area, but shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, they're enjoying themselves. So I guess that gets one of them. We have our multifamily dwellings, like I said. There are also hotels throughout here in some areas. And I'll go ahead and put a mega hotel. Condos. I feel like a multifamily dwelling counts as a hotel. Actually, no. I know we have them. Oh, there's our large movie theater. Yeah. Oh, there's the place of worship. And yeah, that's kind of everything in our city. Again, the low class area is really struggling. But yeah, thank you for seeing me do my project. I really enjoyed this class. It was very fun.